welcome to all of you seekers and wanderers and adventurers and whatever else you wish to call yourself at this time. It's Alyssa here with a wonderful message from Artemis, the Greek goddess best known for being the patroness of nature, of animals, of the hunt, of women, of that space between nature and the human world. Hence why you can see in my background today, you've got a bit of a glimpse of the more nature-based scene that's over on that wall, rather than just my usual background of magical books. Artemis is an absolutely wonderful goddess to connect with when you are feeling stuck in one particular place or space and you need to get reconnected just with yourself, with your path, with your purpose, whatever you want to call it. Or you just want to hit the reset button, take a deep breath, and take a break for a moment, which we all need to do now and again. And she's really, really wonderful for helping us through those moments and finding our balance of becoming grounded once more and making ourselves centered in a time when it can be tough to keep ourselves centered, when we're surrounded by so much upheaval these days as things are shifting. And so that things can shift just like you do when you are cleaning out your house for the springtime, or you're cleaning out your house before winter, you're cleaning out your house, you're cleaning out your space, between any of those seasonal changes. Well, that's what's happening here on Earth, and what has been happening for quite some time now. It's just that this past year and this year too have been more obvious in their upheaval and their shifting than in years past. And Artemis is an absolute rock of a goddess to connect with in terms of keeping ourselves steady and true to ourselves despite all that is going on around us. So, I invite you to tune in, just as I am tuning in to Artemis. Feel how she feels to you. For me, she is very lively and bright, coming forth with the colors of a soft young green, like the color of fresh buds in spring, and yet with this steady, dark, earthy color that emphasizes her strengths, despite the fact that she comes across very young and bright. She is strong, and her energy very much feels like that, at least for me. So as always, I love hearing how all of you feel the energies that I connect with. So let me know down in the comments below how Artemis felt for you in this moment, or how she feels to you when you connect with her. I know many of you have potentially connected with her before, and if you haven't, make this the first time that you do, perhaps. Hello, dear children of Earth. I come forth through this one today to speak of how I encourage all of you to be at this time. What I speak of is how you should always be, but it is all the more important that you heed my words for this time and in this moment. Each of you is on your own journey. Each of you vibrates at a different frequency. Each of you is here to learn and to teach many lessons. And so, I ask each and every one of you to always be aware that your position in the here and now is not the same as another's position in the here and now. And it is not up to you to define what position another takes, for it is the other's own journey to define their journey in their way, to recognize their journey in their way, if they choose to recognize their journey at all. All that you must do when it comes to those who are around you, be it physically around you or energetically around you, even if you never come in contact with them physically, they still impact you. I ask each of you to give not judgment to others, but to give respect, regardless of what your physical self says about others and their journeys and their choices. Respect them, because you do not know if the individual who you place judgment upon is there to teach you a lesson, and their path that seems strange and alternative and sideways to you exists to teach you to let go of judgment, to focus on yourself, your energy, and that the only thing you put out is a loving respect to all who are around you, for those who take on the role of someone who seems divisive, of someone who seems to go against everything that is of the light. They came into this lifetime choosing to take the responsibility to walk that role and to teach you how to remain strong and steady within yourself. And as I speak of you remaining strong and steady within yourself, remaining true to yourself, that does not mean that you hold any negative thoughts or judgments for your physical reality and what must be done to exist in your physical reality, to do your day-to-day tasks in your physical reality. You must show respect to others who are around you. And that means being aware that others are not on your same path. And they need you to honor them wherever they are at, and whatever their physical forms require of them or are challenging from them. And this respect and this honoring of others does not take away your free will choice. This comes from the basic law of the universe, who you call Source, which is love. Love others for their journey. Love the communities that you walk with. Love the landscapes that you stand upon. Although all of you watching are aware that this is a 3D reality, and there are many other dimensions beyond this, and that this space is here for you to learn and grow, it does not make this reality any less important and valued. And so, show this reality respect, honor this reality, give this reality love. If you give yourself love, then you must also turn that love outward and give it to all else that is outside and around you. This does not go against your free will choice to show respect to others, to honor the reality that you are in. This is simply being love. For that is what each and every one of you is, underneath everything. And all of you know this. And so I come before all of you today to remind you of this, to bring the love that is deep within all of you back to the forefront of your awareness. And to give all of you love, that then I ask you to take this love that I share with all of you, to hold it within yourself, to let it grow, and then to give it out to each and all who are around you. And to give love through all the things that you must do at this time to show respect for all the others who you share Gaia's back with. Each and every one of you is a child of Gaia, as I am. as we all are, here upon her back. And that beyond all that, we are love. So do not forget this as you go about your day-to-day tasks, and you may feel frustration, exhaustion, you may feel a loss of hope, you may feel doubt and worry and fear. As each and every one of those emotions arises within you, for they will, because it is part of what you are learning here and now in this lifetime, and in all lifetimes that you have had. Face each of those emotions with love, and respectfully speak with them too, just as you would show respect to all others who share this physical space with you. Do the same for each and every emotion that arises that you no longer wish to hold on to, whenever it arises. And release it out so that you have more space for love to grow. And you have more energy that is made of love. And you will find that you, in turn, will have more energy to go about your day-to-day tasks and be able to honor and respect all the others who you come across in your day-to-day tasks and the things that you must do in your day-to-day tasks to exist in the here and now and give love to all, regardless of where they are at. For what all of you are going through now, and what all of you went through in the year past, has occurred not just because of the great shift in the energy here, but to begin an even deeper and greater test and learning process. For there is no winning or losing, and no one is doing anything better than anyone else. But it is here for you to take on as a challenge that asks you, how much love can you find within yourself? And can you give it out? Can you give it to others, regardless of who they are and what they're doing and what they believe? For you and what you know does not make you any better, any wiser, any lighter than any other being here upon Gaia's back if you turn and you judge those beings for where they're at in comparison to yourself. This test, this challenge that all of you are going through together also takes great patience. It takes great fortitude and steadiness. And that is where I encourage all of you, and all the love that you are to give out instead of judgment. Make sure to let yourself be open to receiving love. And this love needs not come from others. It can come from Gaia herself, her trees, her flowers, her oceans, her sky, her other children, the fairies, the dwarves, the dragons. Whatever you are near, go out to it. Feel the energy of the trees, the flowers, the grasses, the sea, the sky. Call out and ask the fairies to come near you, to speak with you, to laugh with you. Sit quietly with birds. Greet the deer. Any and all of the animal kingdom who share this space across Gaia's back with you. Let them give you love as you give them love. To keep the greatest cycle of all flowing. And that is the cycle of love. It is the give and the take of energy. That some of you may have learned as the law of energy exchange. It is simply a fancier term for love. And that is all you need concern yourself with at this time. Do not concern yourself with others and their journeys. Focus upon love, giving and receiving it, so that you can be a pillar of light. Thank you, my fellow children of Gaia. For feeling my words. And my love for each and every one. I am here, always, if you wish to directly connect. And even if you do not, I am here, watching over all of you and sharing my energy, my love with each of you. Wow. All right, my friends. All of you wonderful seekers and wanderers and adventurers. I wish you a wonderful rest of your day. I'm definitely going to be popping outside for a little bit. I hope you may be able to do so as well at some point this week. for a little bit of end housekeeping. I'm going to be continuing my Monday music for a couple more weeks here in this channel, which you may have noticed has been rebranded as the Amethyst Cave. I've done a bit of mass rebranding across the board, just with all of my interests, because I know that many of you here came here for learning how to connect with spirit, hearing the words of spirit, and that is what this channel is going to primarily continue to be. I'll be continuing to be posting at least one channeling every week. Sometimes it'll be pre-recorded ones like this, sometimes it will be the lives that I do in my private Facebook group, the Amethyst Cave, and sometimes, in addition to the channeled messages, I will also be talking about the practice of channeling, as it is a skill that all of us can do, just like anything, if we choose to practice it and to develop the skill. So I'll still be doing videos like that. And because creativity and poetry and music are very much tied up in who I am and my energy and how I connect with spirit, elements of storytelling and music will continue to pop up in any videos that I'm doing about practicing channeling or working with spirit. But most of those, in terms of my original work, like the higher quality versions of some of the pieces that I've been posting here for Monday Music, I have started up a new channel under Alyssa Reynolds here on YouTube that is devoted completely to all of my musical compositions, and I also am keeping all of my original stories and poetry over on my Instagram, a.r.reynolds. You can also find a lot of my writing over on my website, arreynolds.com. So all of my interests are just getting a little bit more of their own formal platforms so that I can keep this amazing space as I started it, because there is always so much to explore with spirit and to learn from spirit. I don't know about all of you guys, but the words Artemis had to say today were very timely feeling, as it has been quite a year and a few months, and it's going to be quite another year, but things are still moving forward. And isn't that just the amazing and wonderful thing about this space that we live upon, that despite all the things that go on, the sun keeps rising. So with that, I wish all of you a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Goodbye for now.